You can spot me in the city building lobby with a sword off shot. He's screaming, drop it, this a robbery.
What's up, my people? This is ShowBizz the adult. So I want to talk to you guys about Canelo Alvarez's suspension, his temporary suspension, and cover the Lucas Browne and Dillian Whyte heavyweight bout that happened last night. All right, so this is from ESPN.com. The Nevada State Athletic Commission temporarily suspended Canelo Alvarez on Friday due to his 2 positive tests for the banned substance clenbuterol. Commission Executive Director Bob Bennett told ESPN. The situation puts Alvarez's scheduled rematch with unified middleweight world champion Gennady Golovkin on May 5th at the T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas in serious jeopardy. Alvarez will be required to appear at the commission hearing, either in person or via telephone, on the issue April 10, less than a month before he is due to challenge Golovkin in a heavily anticipated rematch of their controversial draw at the same venue in September. The commission will decide at the hearing whether the fight will go ahead as scheduled. This is how I feel about that. Where there's smoke, there's fire, right? Where there's smoke, usually there's fire, man. And I'm a huge fan of Canelo, but I'm a bigger fan of boxing. And if you see some smoke, let's see if there's fire. I'm not against the temporary suspension at all. I don't want that fight more than I want everything to be on the up and up. Okay, I don't want Canelo to have any question that he's taking some kind of substance, some banned substance, and fight Triple G with that question in the air. You know, that does nothing for me. Actually, his career does nothing for me if he's been cheating. Like I said, I'm a huge fan of Canelo, but I'm a bigger fan of boxing. So if he's cheating, then, you know, Canelo, you know, never no more will you see me. Because it's the end. Because now I know you've been cheating. What you won't do for love. You tried everything. Everything. The Canelo fight and Triple G, the Canelo and Triple G rematch, I don't put too much weight on that fight. That fight isn't a make or break fight to me. It's not as big to me as it is to everyone else. Why? Because Canelo isn't a natural middleweight. Canelo couldn't hurt Chavez enough. Chavez was a punching bag. He couldn't do much with him as far as he outboxed him, but his power just didn't go to the next level, which is probably why he's trying clenbuterol, right? So Triple G fighting Canelo Alvarez at middleweight, you know, that's not a bigger thing for me than Triple G fighting Charlo. That's a far more interesting fight to me, all right? Because I can see Triple G, especially after the draw, the last fight, I can see how he can defeat Canelo. Just walk him down and just hit him to the body more. You know, that's not a big... If I was just a Triple G fan and I just wanted him to have a good name under his belt, then maybe this fight would be a big deal to me. But really, as far as threatening Triple G, as far as someone who could possibly beat him and make some true drama fight, something that makes you say, well, Triple G actually beat this guy and he is a great middleweight, because no one on his resume to me makes me say Triple G is a great middleweight. So I would like for him to fight Charlo instead. I would like to see that fight instead. Now, that interests me. This rematch, especially after seeing clearly how Triple G can beat Canelo after the first fight, I'm not interested. I don't care if that fight never happens. It being delayed, that kind of sucks, because I want that fight to be over with. You know, it's more of a big name fight than it is a true test to me, because Canelo isn't a natural middleweight. So now we're going to dive into the heavyweight bout, Lucas Browne against Dillian Whyte. Dillian Whyte knocked out Browne with a sensational left hook that for a quick second, I was worried. All right, I mean, Browne hit the deck I mean, his body went limp. His eyes were closed. I'm talking about a full deadly lights out shot. And you could kind of see that coming because as the fight was going, Browne was taking too many punches anyway. So the cumulative, the punches were just adding up. They probably should stop the fight anyway. And then he get hit with a devastating left hook that just puts him flat to sleep. So it was a great knockout for Whyte. It wasn't that great of a fight, but it just showed Whyte's athleticism. What I mean by that is his hand speed. It shows some of his punching power, some of his pop. But I wasn't that impressed. I did like after the fight him calling out Deontay Wilder and how he, not just him calling Deontay Wilder out, how he did it. You know, he was more so like, hey, look, you fighting the winner between Anthony Joshua and Joseph Parker, especially if Joshua is the winner. That fight is not going to happen immediately after the bout. So you got to stay busy. The WBC may push the mandatory. I'm #1. You're going to meet me, kid. What's up, Deontay? Let's just sign the contract right now. I like where he was going with that. I like how he called him out. The thing is, though, I wasn't that impressed by his performance. I like that the heavyweight division has this splash. I'd rather have a Dillian Whyte. You know what I'm saying? I'd rather have guys who's eager to become that next great champ, who truly believes in himself after coming off a sensational knockout like that. I think it's great for the sport. I think it's great for the heavyweight division. As far as me being impressed and what I see if he fights Deontay Wilder knocks him out flat out pretty easy. The reason being is because I wasn't impressed that much by Whyte's feet. I did like his hand speed, but I didn't like his head movement at all. ShowBizz, little dog. I'm out.
In the city, building lobby with a sawed-off shot. He screaming, drop it, it's a robbery.